Last time on FML Gamer, I was talking about the lovely gamer girls. That's right, gamer girls need respect, so you need to respect them back. So check out episode 4 after this episode. But today, I'm going to be talking about our favorite console, which is the PS3 system. That's right, born in the late 2006. So, oh my god, look at all these games on the PS3. We got Killzone 2, we got Metal Gear, Grand Theft Auto, Batman, oh my god, even got God of War, my favorite game series. And so today, oh my god, I can't name all these games. I'm going nuts in here. Oh my god, get them away from me. Okay, anyways, so we're back. We're about to talk about the PS3 system, about how soon it's going to end in 2015. So today, I'm going to be talking all about the PS3 system. So, on my next episode of FML Gamer starring me, Drago1983. Let's go gamers! Yeah! What's up, gamers of all ages? This is Drago1983 with another episode of FML Gamer. And today, I will be talking about nothing but the PS3. Yes, the PS3, of course, what most of us own and what we adore. So the console was first officially announced at the Electronic Entertainment Expo in 2005, and it was released at the end of 2006. It was the first console to use Blu-ray disc as its primary storage medium. Major features of the console include its unified online gaming services, PlayStation Network, and its connectivity with PlayStation Portable, of course the PSP, and PlayStation Vita. In September 2009, the updated PlayStation 3 Slim was released. This Slim is lighter and thinner than the original version, which notably featured a redesigned logo and marketing design. A further refined Super Slim, which I have now, was released in late 2012. As of November 2, 2013, PlayStation 3 has sold 80 million units worldwide. Its successor PlayStation 4 was released on November 15, 2013. In North America and in Europe on November 29, 2013, following the release of the PlayStation 4, Sony has stated that they will continue to support PlayStation 3 until 2015. So basically, they haven't said, what month of 2015 is going to stop, working for the PlayStation 3. And so I want to talk more about my memories with the PlayStation 3. I got mine the year after that it came out. And when I first got it, I bought through GameStop, and I enjoyed it. Like, I really liked it. I bought the bundle. Of course, back then it was like $600 it was like between 600 and 800 bucks. But I think it was depending on the bundle, because the bundle I got, it was like 750 bucks, I believe, with the controller and a game. And the first game I played on the PS3 was Metal Gear Solid 4, Sons of Patriots. Even though I didn't never play the original Metal Gears, but until now I have been playing the Metal Gear Solid games. And a lot of memories with this PS3 just was good. It was good times. I met a lot of good people. I met, different peoples from different countries or different states. And it was weird because my first online experience was, I believe it was SOCOM 13 or SOCOM something. I know basically it was called like SOCOM. That's all I know. And all of a sudden, like, I got this earpiece. I was talking to people, and I was like, hello, can you guys hear me? And they're like, yeah, we can hear you, dude. And I thought it was really cool. And, it was whole different experience than playing by yourself on the PS2 version. And then later on, of course, I played World at War, Call of Duty, which I think was the best Call of Duty game of all time. And I love playing in the zombie mode in Call of Duty World at War. I met a lot of good people that I still talk to this day from Call of Duty World at War. And of course, there's some other games. Of course, I met a lot of good people on, which is I remember, you guys all remember Resistance, Fall of Man, and Resistance 2. I love the multiplayer. The multiplayer was awesome, and that was my first platinum I played on the PS3. And then later on, I just got hooked on the trophies, and then so later on in the years, I've been basically becoming a trophy whore and collecting a whole bunch of platinums on these awesome games. And I'll never forget Heavenly Sword. Of course, That was a I think it was a PS3 exclusive as well. Um, that game was really awesome, and that was like the first motion control game that you can control like the arrows and control the cannonball while you're shooting the bad guys. And of course, like she really had killer moves, which was really awesome. And then of course, there were other games that I have memories of. Like Little Big Planet. I remember playing that one. That was a pretty fun game. And of course, everybody has played Uncharted: Drake's Fortune. That game was really good. My cousin introduced me to that game because everyone was making a big deal about it at the time, saying, "Oh my God, have you played Uncharted: Drake's Fortune?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Dude, you gotta play it. Like, it's a really good story and really good gameplay." And so I brought my cousin's game and I played it. Loved the story, loved the characters, including Sully. Sully's awesome, and that's when I started like really getting into the PS3. Like I was really loving the PS3. And yeah, I did play Xbox, the first ever one of the Xbox, but I didn't play that much because I really didn't like the Xbox because I was playing mostly the PS2 version. But I, but like I said, PS3 has been really good to me. But until later on in the years, maybe like after 2 years or a year, my fat PS3 went down because I couldn't play certain games, and there's a lot of texture tearing and there was a lot of freezing, and of course I'll catch up a lot of dust because I never took really good care of it. And then I bought the Super Slim, which is really good to me right now because I bought it since 2 years ago, I believe. And so of course there's like other games that people were familiar with Grand Theft Auto 4 and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Assassin's Creed, Devil May Cry 4, and Resident Evil 5. I remember that. I used to play with a gamer girl named Smorts. She was the one that introduced me to, like co-op basically, and we had fun in that game, and of course we helped each other out with trophies and platinum in that game, and that game was really fun. And I thought it was scary, but it wasn't like that scary, but it was scary to me though, like playing in the dark. And there were some like parts in the scene where it made me jump and really ticked me off because you're trying to pass it on professional mode, and all of a sudden you get one hit killed and stuff. So, and I thought it was pretty good. And of course, there's Final Fantasies games for the PS3, and of course they later on they do like HD versions from PS2 versions, like recently Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2, and then they have Ratchet and Clank HD, and then they had Prince of Persia, the trilogy series on HD, and then later on, of course, there's Infamous. Well, that wasn't HD, but that's like that's part of the games. There was like a whole bunch of games that came out for the PS3, and I had a lot of fun on it, and it's really cool. I was into like a lot of genre games. Like I'm mostly into like fighting games, even though I'm not an expert fighting game player. I'm like a intermediate. I could play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat and some other fighting games, of course, like Injustice. And I remember playing Mortal Kombat versus DC. That was a lot of fun, and that was pretty weird too. The DC characters doing fatalities, which is really weird. And of course, I was into like RPG games, Elder Scrolls, and I was playing. I remember playing Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, and I was playing. Oh man, there's like a lot of RPGs. Oh, like well, I'm not sure Mass Effect is one of them. Is an RPG, but I know it's a role-playing game. Because you could be a woman or a guy in Mass Effect. And of course, I'm not really into racing games, but there were some. There was one racing game I liked, which was Moderation Racers. I don't know if you guys remember that, which is a really awesome game. And then, of course, I mostly love single-player adventure games. For example, of course, Uncharted. There was Resistance, the Resistance trilogy series, and there was I forgot what other games there were. Oh yeah, there was Batman, the trilogies, and there were some, like similar games from like movies, like Captain America, the First Avenger. That was easy platinum as well. The PlayStation 3 also plays Blu-rays, as I mentioned earlier, and of course they made apps later on in the years of Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and Voodoo and then there was Crunchyroll for like anime cartoons. Even though like I didn't recognize any animes, but of course I do recognize Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Gundams, and other, and of course other anime cartoons. And of course I remember playing the first Dragon Ball Z on the PS3. That was pretty cool. It had no trophies and all, but I really didn't care at that time because the game was awesome. And so, you know, I think everybody should respect the PS3 because yeah, I agree it does lag sometimes and the XMB takes forever when you're trying to message your friends or you're trying to sync your trophies in and stuff. And so yeah, that really pissed me off sometimes. But overall, like it's a lot of fun. Like I'm still gonna keep my PS3 once 2015 comes up and all of a sudden it says you no longer can play online, which I really don't care. As long as I can play my old games on the PS3 and of course the digital games. That's all I care about. And I'm not sure if you guys remember a few years ago. I'm not sure how long it was, but of course all the PSNers, including yourself and I, we were hacked basically. So basically the PlayStation 3 was down for like almost 3 months, and I was not used to that, not playing games for 3 months. Well, I didn't really stop playing for 3 months. I just basically started playing like during that time Call of Duty World at War. I was going for some trophies, playing some veteran, and of course zombies, because that's all you can do. You couldn't play online. You can't message your friends, and so basically you're just basically playing single player by yourself. And so that time really sucked, but but at least we got free games after that because Sony made an apology saying, "Sorry, gamers, we apologize for the inconvenience and the stupid hackers. So here are some games that you can get for free, but you only can pick 2 out of 5. I think it was out of 5 games you could pick only 2 games." And so again, like I love the PlayStation 3. I had it since 2007. Of course, my fat one, but I don't have it anymore. But it's in the closet somewhere. And now I'm using the Super Slim, which has been really good. And of course, you can watch like Blu-ray movies, which I was really excited. I was like, "All right, finally a Blu-ray disc player in a game console." And so I think my first Blu-ray movie I bought for it was I think it was Training Day, I believe. No, not Training Day. That was my first DVD. I think my first Blu-ray was oh my god, I can't remember. But I don't know. I forgot what it was. But anyways, it was cool, and plus you could put music in it, you could put pictures in it, and certain games you could play music in the background. But of course, I think it was only one game. It was I think it was Stardust. That was a game that I know you could play music in the background. But then all of a sudden, like they updated the game, and now you can't play music in the background, which really sucked. And so a lot of games were complaining about that because the Xbox 360 lets you play music in the background. And of course, PSNers were all super pissed because they were saying like, "Hey, what about us gamers? Can we have music playing in the background?" And I guess Sony's like, "Well, sorry, we don't have the time to do that, or we just forgot to put it in." But of course, they make it up by putting it on the PS4. But you can't put your own music yet. You go and go to the Music Unlimited, and you have to sign up for it. Of course, if you're all thinking about signing up for the Music Unlimited, it's $10 a month. And it's somewhat worth it, but it depends if you're a music person or not. Again, I have it, but I haven't used it lately. So I only use it on certain games, or if I'm playing it by myself, or cleaning my room while my music's playing on the PS4. But of course, everyone could use just iPods. Just listen to your iPod while you're playing your game. And yeah, of course, then there were different models of PS3 versions. I don't mean different models. I mean different versions. Like there was a 20 gig and a 60 gig, and also there was a 40 gig and an 80 gig. And of course I got the 80 gig, and later on I had my friend who helped me switch to hard drives, so I got a 500 gigabytes. But then later on the the PS3 fat went down on me. I was like, "Oh great, I just wasted a lot of money on my hard drive." And so I had to buy another second hard drive, and then finally it worked for a little while. And then I went up to, basically I got the PS4 Super Slim, which automatically has a 500 gigabyte hard drive. And so, that's all I just want to say about the PS3 because we should respect the PS3. I know, like again, I think I said this the first time, but I'm gonna say it again. We should all respect our consoles, no matter what console you have. If you have an Xbox 360, hey, that's cool. If you like 360, hey, fine, fine with you. But I know there's people who still hate their PS3s, even though they still have it. But I like my PS3. Like I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. You know, I like the PS3. I love it. It has disappointed me a few times, but I'm still sticking with it. You could call me a fanboy. You could call me, a PSN lover. I really don't care. I just care about playing games. Best good games I could play, I can enjoy. And of course, I love the PS Plus because you get free games, you get free updates, and you get discounts on add-ons and discounts on certain digital games. I love it. I love the PS3. I still play the PS3. I switch back and forth on the PS3 and the PS4, and also on the PS Vita as well. I love the PS Vita. I still have my PSP for crying out loud. So and then of course because they're memories basically, and I have fun playing the PSP. I remember playing God of War, the God of War's collection games, and I played Kingdom Hearts. Well, not part one and two, but it's like another feature game, like a prequel, Kingdom Hearts, and I had a lot of fun on the PSP. And of course, we should all thank the Sony people, because they try their best, to please us gamers. Of course, they made a lot of mistakes probably back then, or still now. I don't know. All I care about is just come on with good games, and I'll be happy. That's all I care about. Just come on with some good games. Please don't, rush into games, and all of a sudden the game comes out all crappy. And so, but I do want to thank my gamer buds. I'd like to thank MJ, Geno Ben. There's WTF Sendin, of course Smarts, and of course there's Royal Blunt, and there's Chris Michaels 04, Mighty, D-Bone 44, and Joshua Will, of course my cousin Deadpool, and Keon Bleak, and there's Oniman Seb, and Patrick's Raider, and of course there's SD626, and Tristan Profile, and of course other games out there. I can't name all of them because I have like over 100 friends on the PSN. And so that's all I gotta say. I hope you enjoy the gameplay in the background because those are the games I own and I really love to play. And that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Again, subscribe or like or comment, or if you have any suggestions, sorry, about what you guys want to see on my channel, just go ahead and comment or send me a message on YouTube. Alright, so take care guys. Again, respect your PS3s, and we should all give thanks to PS3 for for hanging in there, even though we game on consoles for like hours and hours, because I know I do. So take care guys, and just keep on gaming. PSN gamers for life. Laters.